Disclaimer, all stunts performed in this video are done in a controlled professional environment where no one is able to get hurt.
Man, I hit the bitch the same night she came over and fucked the bro. You connect got empty theft, it got me punching in the code. He tried to say his RT was a scat, man, these niggas broke. Doggy hit a line of wall, I told his ass that ain't no code. Hit the friend before I hit the man, she calling me a joke, bitch. That's just how it goes. Okay.
I'm about to give y'all a little POV drive. As y'all can see, I'm in the car already, headed to work. But I did need to acknowledge something. So it was brought to my attention that a video on how I got my car is wanted to be made. And today, I think I'm gonna give it to y'all, you know. I just hit 200 subscribers last night. Thank you once again. That was a super quick turnaround from the 100 that I already made last week, just a couple days ago. And so, yeah, man, I think I'm gonna start getting into, you know, I really want to get into what y'all want to see on this channel. And that was my first little thank you thing. I'm gonna take this. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. That was very dangerous.
Boy, if you don't.
But kind of running late. But yeah, man, I kind of want to get into everything that y'all want to see on this channel as soon as I possibly and humanly can. So I don't want to keep talking too much about this, but let's get into the video. So for the ones that do know me, know that I have 3 cars. I do. I had got my Volkswagen Passat when I had first arrived at Washington, and I quickly realized that junk was not for me. That junk was not for me. I'm driving in a granny car for real. Like, it was a cool car, but I'm driving in a granny car for real, man. And I just couldn't go out like that, you know. So I got the car, and then, you know, like a couple months later, I started just thinking about it, man. Like, I don't want this junk, bro. I really want my Dodge, you know, because my Dodge has been my favorite car my whole life. My dad got a Dodge, and he the one that really got me into it, you know, and I just never gave up that desire. So I want a Dodge, you know. And so we had went to San Diego, as I told y'all in my last video, that I'm in the military right now. So we was in San Diego, Cali for a month, and then we had came back, and then my first thing was go to the dealership. So I went to the dealership and got my Dodge Charger GT 2022 6-cylinder. Now don't hate on me. Don't hate on me, man. We all got to start somewhere. And yeah, so I got my 2022 Dodge Charger GT. And I ain't gonna lie, like, 6-cylinder or not, bro, a Charger's a Charger. I love that car. That was my first ever Dodge that I got. That car, I'm not gonna lie, because I already had a loan open, I had to get my mother to co-sign that, basically. And then, yeah, man, that's how I got that car. But y'all ain't worried about that. We talking about the 2022 RT. So yeah, I got that car, and then a few months later, you know, I decided I wanted a V8. You know, I got tired of V6s. I wanted a V8. I wanted to see what V8 was talking about. And so yeah, by this time I had a girlfriend, and we went to the dealership. Mind you, this was like only a couple weeks ago. We went to the dealership because I found the car that I wanted online, which is the one that I currently have. We went to the dealership. We seen it in person. I looked at it and I was like, dang, man, I love this car. I really love this car. I ain't gonna lie, at this time, I got 2 loans open. 2 loans. That is crazy and unheard of. So I'm not gonna lie, before I even continue this video, just know what I did was very, very stupid. But I had the credit to do so. I had credit. If you don't have credit, don't even try to do nothing, bro, because they're not even going to let you. You're just going to waste your time. I had good credit, and that's why I was able to pull out 2 loans. But wait, on to the Charger RT. Me and my girl was sitting at the dealership. They told us what the numbers was. Just know, bro, if you're trying to get in a V8, this junk gonna be expensive, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna cap to you. Like, the junk gonna be expensive. So it's like I be telling my boys, you know, it's either you gonna want to do it or you not. You feel me? Like, you gotta make sure that you can take care of it, maintenance-wise, fuel-wise, but also pay your car notes on time. Like, that's just something you gonna have to do and think about prior to getting this car, because it's very, very expensive. But, you know, I did the calculations for a week, and I came to a realization that I can get it. So with that being said, my girl actually helped me get this car, because I ain't gonna lie, I got there, they seen that I had 2 loans open. They was not trying to open up another loan. No bank wanted to open up another loan in my name. It's just my name. So with that being said, I had to co-sign. I had to get another co-sign. Well, no, I take that back. My 2022 RT GT, I mean, not my,
Boy, if you don't...
my Dodge Charger GT did not get co-signed. My mom assisted me with the payment, though. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, it took a whole village to get what I got. But it's okay. It's okay, because I did get it. You know, when you do good in life, people are willing to help you out. People are willing to help you out, you know. And so with that being said, I did get a co-sign from my girl, just to get the car off the lot. I didn't really need to, but I just did it just to make everything safer for me financially. And so yeah, we did that. But I say all of this to say, if you don't have credit, none of that stuff is going to be possible. I had to have credit. You know, credit opens a lot of uneasy doors in life, you know. So as a younger person than me, I'm not going to say my age out here, but as a younger person than me, if you have not started with your credit, please do so. I came from Japan, and when I was in Japan, everything was a lot cheaper. And so I just got a credit card from my local bank. And while I was over there, I was just buying groceries, you know, small snacks and stuff for duty days. I was buying stuff with my credit card and not my actual debit card, just so that I can build the credit that I needed in the future while I was still young and I didn't need it then. Because you just never know when you're going to want to get something. Like, I didn't know when I was in Japan that I was even coming back to the States. When I got to Japan, they said that I was going to be in Japan. I was going to stay in Japan until the end of my contract. As you can see, that was not the way. That was not the case. And so luckily, I got the credit card and I worked on my credit while I was there. Now, I'm not going to lie. Having 3 cars, my credit did plummet. It did. But at the same time, I have 3 cars that I'm paying on time. On time. I gave my Passat to my mother, and I gave my GT to my girl. We are all paying our car notes on time. So that's another thing about, if you do plan on doing the situation that I get into the same situation as me, make sure that you can trust the people that you're doing it with, you know, because at the end of the day, anything can happen in life, you know. But at the same time, you got to understand, bro, business is business, pleasure is pleasure, you know. You got to learn to separate work from your professional life, bro. You got to be able to, everybody got to be able to handle their payments on time with no strings attached or strings attached. Like, you guys got to be able to be like, hey, man, no matter how I'm feeling right now, I still got to pay this car note. And that's how everybody, that's the mindset that every person that's involved in that transaction gotta have, you know, because you can. That's why I said it was a dumb decision, because I could screw myself so bad on the back end. But, you know, I'm a strong believer in God, and so I put it in God's hand. You know, I prayed about it at the dealership, And, you know, everything going good, you know. Out here making the content that I can for y'all. And yeah, bro. Also, that's just on credit, though. If you plan on getting a Dodge and you don't have a 720 credit score, make sure you have some money put up for a down payment. It don't have to be that much. It don't. Trust me, it don't. But at least have 1,000K. That's the least. You know, have 1K to put on a down payment just so you can get the car. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I've rarely seen anybody with a Dodge take a Dodge off the lot with no down payment. Like, they are very, very, very cautious on who they sell Dodges to. That's not a car that dealerships love to give up just because they can get anyone to buy it. So make sure you have a down payment. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. If you do plan on getting into this, Dodges are great cars, man. I love Dodge, you know. Every moment that I get to drive it, I just thank God, bro, because, man, like, this has always been a dream, you know. So no matter what my car note is, no matter what my insurance is, I love my car, you know. But let's get into the numbers. So fuel, I spend about $70 to $80 depending on the day and what my MPG want to look like. I spend $70 to $80 to fuel my tank. And with that being said, like I said in my first video, gas leaves quickly in this car. It leaves quickly, you know. But I mean, you could kind of raise your MPGs depending on how you driving your car and whether you're on the streets or the highway. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna rise as high as you think it is, you know. But it'll help you out a little bit. But you still gonna be paying that $70, $80 to fill your tank up. So just try, you know, when you do get in this car, I know it's gonna be hard to like not drive fast or do pulls and stuff. Just try not to do that. It's okay to do that stuff, like I do it. But as you can see, this whole drive here, I don't do it a lot. And it's not because one, I don't have gas right now. I actually forgot to fill my tank this weekend. So, but yeah, that's okay. But anyway, I still would have did a pull regardless. But yeah, man, it's just like, don't get into a habit of doing pulls every single day, all day. Because one, you're putting people's lives in danger. Two, you're wasting gas. Three, you're putting your own life in danger. And four, police gonna always be watching these cars, man. This car is a cop magnet. Especially if you got windshield tint. That's going to be even more of a reason for them to pull you over every single time they see you. I literally, as soon as I got this car, I got pulled over less than 24 miles of having it for my windshield tint. My windshield tint that I didn't even put on. Less than 24 hours. So, this car is a cop magnet, man. These police out here just love to pull Dodges over, man. Don't give them a reason to. All the time, you know. And I'm never going to be the person to tell you to do illegal things.
We fucking got them.
But I mean, bro, we have fast cars for what, man? Just be safe when you do it. You know, and my philosophy, if you're going to do it, don't just sit here and just floor the car. Like, you know, take, you know, time off from it, you know. Press it, see how fast you can go from 40 to 60, slow down, boom, 60 to 80, slow down. Like, don't just sit here and just do the dash, you know? Like, that's crazy. But yeah, man, that's everything that you need to think about prior to getting this car. If you like the video, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on post notifications. I did have a video that I wanted to post this weekend. However, I deleted the footage. But yeah, man, this is 345 TJ Goated out. Peace.